Picture this. You're strolling through the park, the sun warming your face, a gentle breeze rustling the leaves, when suddenly your legs buckle beneath you. Not because you tripped, not because of some dramatic accident, but because your body quietly gave up on you. Did you know that for 80% of people over 60, the first sign of aging isn't a wrinkled face or a foggy mind? It's weakness in their legs. That's right. Your legs are the silent predictors of how long you'll stay strong, independent, and alive. And here's the kicker. Most of us are letting them waste away without even realizing it, until it's too late. But today, I'm pulling back the curtain on something life-changing. In this video, I'll reveal the 7 foods you can eat right now to strengthen your legs, boost your energy, and add years to your life. These aren't fancy supplements or expensive fads, just simple, powerful foods hiding in plain sight. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to take control of your health, starting with the foundation of your body, your legs. Let me take you back to a moment that hit me like a freight train. A few years ago, I watched my Uncle Ray, a man who'd spent his life hiking mountains, chasing grandkids and outworking guys half his age, suddenly struggle to stand up from his favorite armchair. His legs trembled like they'd forgotten how to carry him. At first, we laughed it off. Old age, right? But then it got worse. Stairs became a battle. Walks became a memory. And within a year, he was in a wheelchair. The doctors said it wasn't just aging. It was years of neglecting the warning signs his legs had been screaming at him. I couldn't shake it. How does someone so strong just crumble? That's when I started digging, talking to experts, poring over studies, and what I found flipped everything I thought I knew about getting older upside down. Your legs aren't just for walking. They're your lifeline. And the crazy part, you can strengthen them, protect them, and even reverse the damage, no matter how old you are. Today, I'm sharing the 7 foods that could have saved Uncle Ray's legs and might just save yours. Here's what's coming up. I'm going to walk you through each of these 7 powerhouse foods, one by one, showing you why they work, how they rebuild your strength, and the jaw-dropping science behind them. We'll mix in stories of people who turned it all around, sprinkle in some mind-blowing facts that'll make you rethink your next meal, and by the end, you'll have a game plan to keep your legs strong and your life long. But before we dive in, ask yourself this. What's holding you back right now? Is it stiffness, fatigue, that little wobble you pretend isn't there? Whatever it is, these foods are your ticket out. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the king of leg-strengthening foods, salmon. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fish. Really? But hear me out, because this isn't just about taste. It's about survival. Salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, and here's why that matters. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher omega-3 levels had 30% better muscle strength than those who skimped on it. Why? Because omega-3s fight inflammation, the silent assassin that creeps into your muscles and joints, making them weak and stiff. Think of inflammation like rust on a bike chain. It grinds everything to a halt. Salmon lubes that chain right up. But let's dig deeper. Inflammation isn't just a buzzword. It's a cascade of chemicals in your body that breaks down muscle tissue over time. After 60, your body's natural defenses against it start to fade. And that's when your legs take the hit. Omega-3s step in like a superhero, neutralizing those chemicals and giving your muscles a fighting chance. I met a woman named Clara at a senior fitness class who swore by this. At 72, she could barely climb her porch steps. Her knees ached, her legs shook. She thought it was game over. She told me she'd sit on her couch, watching her grandkids play outside, feeling like she'd lost her spark. Then her daughter, a nurse, pushed her to try salmon twice a week. Clara wasn't sold. She hated fish growing up, but she gave it a shot. Grilled it with some lemon. Nothing fancy. 6 months later, she's doing squats with those grandkids in the yard, laughing as they try to keep up. She told me, "I didn't just get my legs back. I got my life back." The science backs her up. Omega-3s don't just protect your muscles. They help them rebuild. A 2015 study showed that omega-3s boost protein synthesis, which is your body's way of patching up muscle fibers after wear and tear. So every bite of salmon is like sending a repair crew to your legs. But here's the real question. Are you getting enough omega-3s? Most people aren't. The average American barely eats fish once a month. And that's a problem. Your legs aren't waiting around. They're weakening every day you skip out. And it's not just about strength. Weak legs mean falls, and falls mean fractures. The CDC says falls are the leading cause of injury for people over 65. One slip, and you're sidelined, or worse. Salmon could be your shield against that. How do you get it in? Grill it with some garlic and herbs, bake it with a honey glaze, or even try canned salmon in a salad if you're short on time. Aim for 2 servings a week, about 6 ounces total. It's not hard, and the payoff's huge. What's stopping you from putting salmon on your plate tonight? In just a moment, I'll share another food that's just as easy to sneak into your day. But first, let's lock in this salmon habit. Now, let's shift gears to something you might already have in your kitchen. Eggs. Yep, those little golden orbs aren't just for breakfast. They're a secret weapon for your legs. Eggs are loaded with high-quality protein. And here's the deal. After 60, your muscles start breaking down faster than your body can repair them. It's called sarcopenia, and it's why your legs feel weaker every year. A study from the Journal of Gerontology showed that older adults who ate more protein, like the 7 grams you get in one egg, kept more muscle mass and strength. Think of protein like bricks for a house. Without enough, the walls crumble. But let's break this down. Why does this happen? As you age, your body gets less efficient at using protein. In your 20s, a small snack might fuel your muscles for hours. After 60, you need more, and you need it often. Eggs deliver that punch in a tiny, affordable package. I'll never forget my neighbor Tom, a retired carpenter in his late 60s. He used to shuffle down the driveway, leaning on a cane, his legs barely holding him up. I'd wave, he'd nod, but you could see the frustration in his eyes. He missed his old self. One day, I asked him what changed. He was walking tall again, no cane in sight. His answer, eggs, every morning. He wasn't kidding. He'd started eating 2 eggs a day, scrambled with a little salt, and within 3 months, he was back to tinkering in his workshop, lifting tools like he used to. He told me, "I thought my legs were done, but they just needed fuel." Science agrees. A 2017 study found that older adults who ate eggs daily improved their muscle function by 20% in just 12 weeks. Why? Eggs have all 9 essential amino acids, building blocks your muscles crave. They're like a perfect recipe for repair. So, how do you make eggs work for you? Scramble them with some veggies, boil them for a quick snack, or poach them if you're feeling fancy. 2 eggs a day could be your sweet spot, minus 14 grams of protein right there. And don't skip the yolk. That's where the good stuff hides, like vitamin D, which keeps your bones strong so your legs don't buckle. Are you tossing out the yolk? Stop it. That's like throwing away half the benefit. Eggs are cheap, easy, and versatile. My mom used to say, "An egg a day keeps the doctor away." And she might have been onto something. What's your excuse for not cracking one open tomorrow? Hang tight, because up next, we've got a green giant that'll supercharge your legs even more. Next on the list is a food so powerful it's been called nature's multivitamin. Spinach. I know, poppy vibes, but there's a reason that cartoon wasn't wrong. Spinach is bursting with magnesium, and here's why that's a game changer. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly. Without it, you get cramps, weakness, and that shaky feeling that makes stairs a nightmare. A study from the National Institutes of Health found that seniors with low magnesium levels were twice as likely to fall because their legs couldn't keep up. Imagine your legs as a car engine. Magnesium is the oil that keeps it running smooth. But let's peel this back. Magnesium isn't just about avoiding cramps. It's about keeping your muscles firing on all cylinders. Every step you take, every time you stand, your muscles need magnesium to work. Run low, and it's like driving with no gas. You're stalled out. My friend Linda, a 68-year-old yoga teacher, learned this the hard way. She kept cramping up during classes, her legs locking like rusted hinges. She'd hobble off the mat, embarrassed, thinking her teaching days were done. She went to a nutritionist who asked one question: "Are you eating greens?" Linda wasn't. She hated salads, but she started tossing spinach into her smoothies, just a handful, blended with some fruit so she wouldn't taste it. Within weeks, she was back to downward dog, holding poses like she was 40 again. She told me, "I didn't realize my legs were starving." The data's clear. A 2019 study showed that magnesium boosts muscle performance by 15% in older adults. It's not just about strength, it's about stamina. Linda's back to teaching 3 classes a week, all because of a leafy green she used to ignore. How do you get spinach in? Toss it in a salad with some olive oil. Fat helps you absorb the nutrients. Saute it with garlic for a side dish, or blend it into a smoothie if you're like Linda and hate the taste. Aim for a cup a day, cooked or raw. It's about 24 milligrams of magnesium, a solid chunk of the 300 to 400 milligrams you need. And it's not just magnesium. Spinach has iron and vitamin K, which keep your blood flowing and your bones tough. Ever wonder why your legs feel heavy? Could be low iron. Spinach has got you covered. My uncle used to call it rabbit food, but after seeing Linda, he's sneaking it into his soups. What's your go-to green? Could spinach be the upgrade your legs need? Stick around, because the next food's a crunchy little secret you'll wish you'd known sooner. Let's pivot to something a little nutty. Almonds. These tiny powerhouses are loaded with vitamin E. And here's the kicker. Vitamin E protects your muscle cells from damage. See, every time you walk, climb, or even stand, your muscles take a hit from free radicals, nasty little molecules that break them down. A study in the Journal of Aging Research showed that older adults with higher vitamin E intake had better muscle endurance. It's like putting armor on your legs. But let's unpack this. Free radicals come from everywhere. Stress, pollution, even exercise. And they chip away at your muscles like termites in a woodpile. After 60, your body's less equipped to fight them off. And that's when weakness creeps in. Vitamin E steps up, neutralizing those radicals before they do more harm. I'll tell you about my dad's buddy, Mike. At 70, he could barely lift his toolbox anymore. His legs gave out under the weight. He'd grunt, sit back down, and mutter about getting old. Then he read somewhere that almonds could help. Skeptical, he started snacking on a handful every afternoon, about 23 almonds, just enough to fit in his palm. 3 months later, he's hauling lumber like it's nothing, grinning like a kid. He told me, "I thought it was nonsense, but my legs don't lie." Science backs him up. A 2016 study found that vitamin E improves muscle repair by 25% in seniors. It's not just protection, it's recovery. Mike's not just standing, he's moving, working, living. And it's not just vitamin E. Almonds have healthy fats and a bit of protein, a triple threat for your legs. How do you eat them? Grab a handful as a snack. Minus 23 almonds is about 160 calories and 7 grams of fat, mostly the good kind. Toss them in your oatmeal, chop them onto a salad, or just munch them plain. They're portable, no prep needed. And don't worry about the calories. Studies show nuts like almonds don't pack on weight. They keep you full and fueled. Ever feel that mid-afternoon slump? Swap the cookie for almonds, and your legs get a boost instead of a crash. Mike's wife started hiding them around the house so he'd never run out. True story. What's your snacking excuse? Could almonds be the armor your legs are missing? Hang on, because the next food's a breakfast staple that'll keep you going all day. Now let's talk about a food that's been fueling warriors for centuries. Oats. Oats are a slow-burning carb, and here's why that matters. Your legs need energy to move, and if your tank's empty, they're toast. A study from the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who ate complex carbs like oats had better physical performance than those who didn't. It's like giving your legs a steady drip of fuel instead of a sugar crash. But let's dig in. Why do carbs matter? Your muscles store energy as glycogen, and every step you take burns it up. Simple sugars, like that donut, spike your blood sugar, then drop it, leaving you shaky. Oats release energy slow and steady, keeping your glycogen topped off so your legs don't quit. My grandma swore by this. At 80, she'd start every day with a bowl of oatmeal, and she'd outwalk me every time we hit the mall. I'd be panting by the food court. She'd be eyeing the next door, grinning. She'd say, "Oats keep me young." And I thought she was exaggerating. Until I tried it. 1 week of oatmeal breakfasts, and my own legs felt lighter, stronger. Studies back her up. A 2018 trial showed that older adults eating oats daily improved their walking speed by 10%. Why? Oats have fiber, which steadies your blood sugar, and B vitamins, which help your body turn food into energy. It's like a double-shot espresso for your muscles, minus the jitters. Grandma's secret wasn't magic, it was science. How do you eat them? Steel-cut oats take longer but pack more texture. Simmer them for 20 minutes. Rolled oats cook in 5, instant in 1. Just watch the sugar in those packets. Add berries for antioxidants, a drizzle of honey for taste, or some nuts for crunch. Half a cup dry, about 150 calories, gives you 27 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fiber. Perfect fuel. Ever skip breakfast and feel wobbly by noon? That's your legs begging for oats. Grandma used to tease me. You're too young to be tired. But she was right. What's your morning fuel? Could oats be the steady boost your legs crave? Next up, a tangy treat that'll wake up more than just your taste buds. Up next, a food so tangy it'll wake up your taste buds and your legs. Greek yogurt. This creamy goodness is packed with probiotics and protein, a 1-2 punch for muscle health. The protein rebuilds your muscles, while the probiotics keep your gut happy, and trust me, your gut matters. A study in the journal Nutrients linked poor gut health to muscle weakness in seniors. If your gut's off, your legs feel it. Picture your body as a factory. The gut's the supply line, and Greek yogurt keeps it humming. But let's break this down. Your gut isn't just for digestion. It's where 70% of your immune system lives. A sluggish gut means inflammation, and we know what that does to your legs. Probiotics fix that, while protein, about 10 grams per half cup, repairs the wear and tear. I met a guy named Paul, 66, at the gym. He used to hobble in, legs stiff as boards, barely able to do a warm-up. He'd sit on the bench, catching his breath, watching younger guys lift. Then his trainer suggested Greek yogurt with lunch. Paul laughed. Yogurt wasn't manly. But he tried it. Plain, with a spoonful of fruit. 6 weeks later, he's leg pressing more than me, grinning ear to ear. He said, "I thought it was my knees, but it was my gut screwing me over." Research agrees. A 2020 study found that probiotics improve muscle strength by 12% in older adults. Why? A healthy gut absorbs nutrients better, feeding your muscles what they need. Paul's not hobbling anymore. He's thriving. How do you eat it? Spoon it plain if you're hardcore. Minus 200 grams is about 120 calories. Mix in fruit, honey, or granola if you need flavor. Lunch, snack, even breakfast. It's flexible. And don't grab the sugary stuff. Plain Greek has no added junk, just pure power. Ever feel bloated and sluggish? Your gut's waving a red flag. Greek yogurt's the fix. Paul's wife started eating it too, and now they're both outpacing their kids on hikes. What's your gut telling you? Could this be the creamy kick your legs need? One more food to go, and it's a sweet little surprise. Finally, let's round it out with a sweet surprise. Blueberries. These little berries are bursting with antioxidants. And here's the deal. Antioxidants fight off the oxidative stress that ages your muscles. A study from Tufts University found that older adults who ate more antioxidants had stronger grip strength and better mobility, legs included. Think of blueberries as tiny shields for your muscles. But let's get into it. Oxidative stress is like rust on metal. It builds up over time, especially after 60, when your body's natural defenses fade. That rust weakens your muscles, making every step harder. Antioxidants, specifically anthocyanins in blueberries, clean it up, keeping your legs young and spree. My Aunt Sue, 73, used to joke she'd be in a rocker by now. She'd sit on her porch, watching her garden grow wild because her legs couldn't handle the work. Then she started adding blueberries to her morning coffee routine, a handful, fresh from the farmer's market. 6 months later, she's out there weeding, planting, even chasing her dog around. She told me, "I feel 50 again, and my knees don't creak." Data backs her. A 2019 study showed that blueberry eaters had 15% better muscle function after 3 months. Why? Antioxidants reduce inflammation and boost blood flow, so your legs get more oxygen and nutrients. Sue's not rocking, she's rolling, all thanks to a tiny berry. How do you eat them? Fresh is best. A cup's about 80 calories and 20 grams of carbs. Frozen works too. Blend them into smoothies or thaw them for a snack. Toss them in yogurt, oats, or just pop them plain. Aim for a cup a day. Easy, right? Ever notice your legs tire out fast? Could be oxidative stress stealing your strength. Sue keeps a bowl on her counter now, snacking whenever she walks by. What's stopping you from grabbing some blueberries today? They're small, but they're mighty. So, here's what we've uncovered today. 7 foods: salmon, eggs, spinach, almonds, oats, Greek yogurt, and blueberries. Each one a simple, powerful way to strengthen your legs and reclaim your life. We've seen how omega-3s in salmon fight inflammation, how protein in eggs rebuilds muscle, how magnesium in spinach keeps you steady, how vitamin E in almonds protects your cells, how oats fuel your energy, how Greek yogurt powers your gut, and how blueberries shield you from aging. These aren't guesses. They're backed by science, proven by real people like Clara, Tom, Linda, and Sue. Your legs aren't just for walking. They're your foundation, your freedom, your future. And the best part? You can start today. No fancy gym, no pricey pills, just food you can grab at any store. If this video opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more life-changing tips on staying strong, healthy, and happy as you age. Tell me in the comments, which of these foods surprise you the most? Are you team salmon or team blueberries? I read every single one. So let's keep this conversation going. Aging is inevitable, but how you age is up to you. Take control of your legs, your health, and your life, starting right now. I'll see you in the next video.